Hi everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel Kay's Kitchen. My name is Khadija, and today I will be showing you how to make some lovely delicious lamb noodles. This time I will be leaving all my ingredients in its packaging, only so that it will help you when you go shopping. You will know exactly what it is I have used today, and obviously it'll be easy for you to pick out if you've never ever made them before. So we won't wait any longer, and I will show you exactly how it's made. So here are my ingredients, guys. The best thing about this particular meal, it's really reasonably priced. So even if you have got a big family, you know, this can be all under like £6. If you need more ingredients, that is. That's including the meat. I'm including that price in, but I will show you what I have. Now in Asda, they do a box of stir fry, different flavors. They do like ones with mushrooms in it. I think there's one that's called rainbow stir fry as well, so it's got a lot of peppers in it, but I tend to go for this one because it has a bit of chili already cut in there. I don't think it's that hot either, so my kids can actually eat this as well. So this is the stir fry I have, and it only costs £1. The noodles is egg noodles. This is this is the bigger packet, the 600 grams, but you can also get a smaller packet which is about 300 grams or 350 grams, I think. So this is the noodles that you will need. To make it just easier, 1 medium slice red onion already chopped. This is just like a few pence, this packet, not expensive at all. In here I have the stir fry sauce. Now I know it says chow mein and I know it says chicken here, but I'm using lamb today, but this sauce is completely fine with lamb as well. In here is soya sauce. I've emptied this bottle of soya sauce in there, and it's 150. Now I might not need it all, but because the way I make it, I normally make it for my family, I don't tend to measure it out, but because I am showing you guys it, I've emptied it all in here, and I will tell you each time when I use this how much I will be using. So whether I use 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, you guys will know this. This is a teaspoon of garlic powder. If you don't want to use powder, you can always buy paste from the shop as well, garlic paste, and you will need to add this in with your meat once it's been cooked and it's tender. Okay, so I have bought lamb meat, which I have washed and put in my container bowl. I have asked my butcher to cut it into strips, so he sliced it through once like a steak and then basically cut the rest out into strips, so you can see how thin they are. You can have them into smaller pieces than this, so you can like slice it there, slice it here, slice it here, so they are a lot tinier, but I prefer to feel like I'm eating the meat, you know. I want that kind of taste. So here it is, guys. Here is half a kilo I have here of lamb meat, and I've put the hob on medium heat. So this is medium heat. We're just going to let the oil warm up slightly. Ladies, you're going to love me for this recipe because this is how quick and simple it is. So simple. And if you buy the stuff that I've shown you, it is so easy and quick, like to make. You just can get on with it, you know. This is one of those dishes. So I've added the onion in, and we are going to just give that a nice little stir. Just let this fry for the next 8 minutes on medium heat. So guys, it's been frying now for about 5 minutes. You can hear the sizzling. It will sound like this, so don't worry about the onions burning or anything like that. And just to show you guys, this is my tablespoon, the size of it. Okay. So it's been 8 minutes now, and what I'm going to do is take 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, another tablespoon of soy sauce. Now give that a good mix. You can hear that lovely sizzling. Give that another minute or two with the soy sauce added in, and turn your heat down, right down. Turn the heat right down now. Just give that a minute or two with the soy sauce. Right, so now we are going to add the meat to the pan. You can hear that lovely sizzling sound of the meat. Give that a nice mix. Now guys, because this is already been sliced up, the meat has, into strips, it's not going to take forever to cook, because I know meat can take some time, but because they are such a thin and small slices of meat, they will cook through really quick. Okay, so now that we have added the meat, I'm going to add some more soy sauce to this. 1, 2, 3. Give that a stir. Remember, soy sauce has all the salty kind of taste in the sauce, so you don't need to add any salt to your meat, any salt to anything really. This will be sufficient enough for you. We will place the lid now on this. So we're going to leave the meat cooking for about 45 minutes on medium heat. Come back to it. We are going to check it, make sure it is tender, it's not chewy, and if it is tender, then I will show you the next step. So just another thing, if you feel like when you go back to your meat, make sure you do keep going back to it every in the 45 minutes, go back to it at least twice. If you feel like when you lift off the lid and it looks a little bit dry to you, you can just add like 3 to 4 tablespoons of water just to wet it up again. Normally it's okay, to be honest, because the meat produces its own water, lets out its own water when it's cooking. Normally it's fine, but for whatever reason, if you feel like, okay, this is drying up too quick and I don't want the meat to burn, obviously you want it to be tender, just add a bit more water to it and then just put the lid back on. So for the stir fry sauce that we are going to add with the rest of the ingredients in the pan, we are going to use curry spoon that I have shown you guys before, I think in my first YouTube video that I made. So this is the size, you see it's pretty big. So guys, I'm coming back to the meat now. I have been adding a bit of water to it as well because mine seem to have dried up quite quickly. You can see it's quite nice and soft. There, you see that break? That's how soft it is now. So it's nice and tender. Meat is cooked. And what we could do now is we can add the teaspoon of garlic into this mixture and give it a nice stir. So the garlic mixture has been added and I've given it a nice stir. Okay, let's take that out. Now I will add the veg stir fry with chilies. Look how the colour is of the meat. It's so nice and brown. You know, it's tender, it's going to be tasty. There's no masala or nothing like that added to it because the stir fry, the veg stir fry will give it the flavour, the soy sauce you've added, you know, the onions you've been cooking as well. So we don't want to overcook the stir fry we have added in there. We want it still to have a little bit of crunch when we are eating the lamb meat with the noodles as well. So in this bowl I have added the stir fry sauce from Asda, and it's the chow mein sauce, and this is that spoon I was showing you earlier. So this has got this has a very earthy taste to it, so we will just add 1 and 2. From that whole sachet we are just going to add 2. If you want to add more, guys, if you like the flavour and you want it to be a bit more strong of a flavour from that sauce, then yeah, go ahead, add the whole thing. But for me, for my preference and my family's preference, I am only going to add 2. So I'm just going to turn the heat up. I'm going to turn the heat up to medium and just give that a nice stir. And what I will do is add a tablespoon of soy sauce as well. Tablespoon and a half. I will add some lovely soy sauce to this. And now I'm going to turn the heat up on high. So it's a little bit saucy. This won't be so dry. The noodles will be nice and tasty and saucy as well. So here you can see okay guys, so I've taken the noodles out of their packet, and what I've done is, because the noodles are all in one size, one really long strand, and what I've done is when I've taken it out, I've broken it in half. So each part that I've taken out, I think there's like 3 sections in there of the noodles, just take it out and snap it in half. That's literally all you have to do. You can even shorten it even more if you want, if you don't really like really long string of noodles. So basically this is how it will look, this size. When you start cooking it, it won't be so long, and people will be able to wrap it around their fork or even chopsticks really easily. So now I will take the plate of noodles over to my dish in the pan. Let's pop it in like that, and we're going to give this a nice big stir, so all the sauce, the meat, the juices come from the bottom to the top. Make sure you go all the way around your pan and get all in. So I have the soy sauce next to me again, and I'm just going to add some soy sauce. 1, 2, 3, and give this another stir. And now I will serve this up in a plate with a lovely fried egg on top. So here it is, guys, the lamb noodles. I have fried an egg and put that on top. It's really tasty with this. Try this dish out, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Remember, there is a bell button. If you click that, it will always remind you of any upcoming recipes that I will upload. Don't forget to click the like button, and if you do decide to make this recipe, don't forget to tag me in on my Instagram, which is kskitchen07. Enjoy your meals, guys. See you next week. Love yous.